I will get started with the different positions available. Before I get started, the one thing that I just really want to emphasize is that we're envisioning this to be all of us working together. So like, just don't think because you signed up for a role, you're going to have to do all the work by yourself for that. We're more than happy to chip in as necessary and work together. And in addition to that, the expected time commitment under each of the positions, it will vary. We just wanted to try to give you as honest, I guess like an honest estimate of what we think it would be. But for example, like in the past, I worked as a problem drafter, and this year we have 20 to 30 hours. When I worked on it, it didn't take me that much. So just keep that in mind for all of the different positions. The first positions we have is the technical coordinator. And as a technical coordinator, you basically work with me and Scott throughout the year, and also just make sure that the problem and the grading rubrics are correct. So for example, if there's a case cited, just making sure that what the drafter said it says actually does, looking over the code and things like that. We're looking for two technical coordinators here, one for the JD and one for the LLM. So that's the technical coordinator. We're also looking for 4 marketing chairs. One thing to note, you don't need to have a marketing degree here. The ABA has an excellent team, but the idea here is to come up with promotional materials, whether it's for LinkedIn, social media, and also just working with the different schools and professors to make sure that they are aware of this program and that they're promoting it to their students as appropriate. So the problem drafter, we're looking for 2 for JD and 2 for LLM, and you will be basically responsible for coming up with the problem for the year. Of course, we're more than happy to connect and, work with you as far as like ideas and share prior problems so that you have an idea of what we've done in the past and what we're gonna be doing this year. When I was a problem drafter, it was me, and so I worked on the JD problem, and honestly, I had a lot of fun. It was, you kind of feel like somewhat of a professor because you come up with your own facts and really explore the code. So I really enjoyed it, and I think it's a really excellent opportunity to be creative and kind of share your own thoughts in this space. Written around judging chairs. Here we're looking for 2 folks, and as the chair, you will be helping coordinate coordinate with the drafters and the technical coordinators to develop the rubric, and just making sure that everything is being graded accurately, and we're tracking the scores. The one thing to keep in mind here is that you might be asked to assist with grading if there is a need, but similar to what I said earlier, if that's the case, of course, like we will talk to you first and make sure that you have availability and the ability to assist. Now we're getting to the oral or around judging chairs. Here we will need 2 people to assist us here, and you will basically work with Scott and I to identify judges. In the past, we've had somebody from the tax court and partners from different firms, accounting firms, come and help with that. So you'll be working with them to make sure that's lined up. We also need scoring spreadsheet drafter. I don't think this is going to take a long, like the whole 5 hours as we've listed, but just in case, we have estimated 1 to 5 hours. And the role here is just to basically create a spreadsheet that we will use for scoring and submission when that time comes. We also need 2 day of chairs. The one thing to really keep in mind here is since you'll be helping the day of the competition, you actually have to attend the tax meeting in January. So just please make sure that that's something that you could do. And just keep that in mind because you would need to be on site, which is a little bit different from the other positions. And here you'll be responsible for the day of logistics, making sure that everything is running smoothly, and just making sure that like everything that we need for the day of is going smoothly. And we will probably work with you in advance of this, of course, to plan and coordinate. And that's basically it for this role. And the fun part, we also really need about 25 to 30 round judges. And here you will be responsible basically for reviewing about anywhere from 3 to 6. But in the past, I was a judge in the past, and I think I reviewed a little bit more because it's like after you review a few of the problems, you kind of know what the issues are and what you're looking for. So you might want to review more depending on if you have capacity. And it's basically just reviewing the problems, following the rubric, and grading those problems. We also need all-around judges. Here we've estimated about 12. And as far as what you will be doing, we need 3 for, let me see. So for JD, we need 9, and then for the LLM, we need 3. And we will provide you the necessary information, and you just have to follow the rubric and the different information we have to judge the section. And we also need folks, probably 4 to 6, who will be the timers. One thing to keep in mind here is we also would need you to be on site. So you would have to attend the main meeting in order to keep the timing for the competition. I know that was a lot of information, but as you can see, all of this is listed on the ABA's website. So if you need a refresher, this is all available. The one thing that would really be helpful is if you have an interest in any of these positions, if you could email Scott and I and just note, hey, I'm interested in this. And also if you're interested in several positions, let us know, just rank them, say, hey, like I'm interested in the technical coordinator, the first option, and then whatever your second and third option is. And also, if you're interested in more than one position, let us know. If you want to have 2 roles, let us know, and we can see what we could do as far as making that work.